Rock, metal, prog, and everything in between. If you're into rock, you've come to the right place. Welcome to this episode of Talkin' Rock with Meltdown. Don't forget to follow the audio-only Talkin' Rock podcast on all podcast platforms. And now, it's time for today's conversation. Here's Meltdown.
Hey, Stephan, good to see you, man. How's things?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. You getting ready to head out on tour? You still like touring after all these years?
I love it. I think I like it more than ever, actually. Yeah, because it's just kind of down to, I think it's kind of purified. It's like got more essential, the things that I value about it.
Yeah, I don't really like to bring up the pandemic. I think during that time, you almost kind of realized how much you missed bands and that's what brought it into.
Yeah, I got a lot of things out of the pandemic. I wrote Our Band Apart, that record. I mean, of course, there's, all of the, it was terrible, but there were things that we got out of it that I took that I valued. And one of it was, I think exactly what you're saying is the, how much we value being together, how much we value the collective gathering. Is essential for us as human beings, and especially live music. Every culture has made live music a centerpiece of their existence. The Greeks, they would make amphitheaters. They could have had separate seats, but the seats make it so that you touch each other. They did that on purpose. I think that's an amazing thing. We missed that in the lockdown, but now we have it, and that feeling of experiencing music collectively is an effusive, essential human experience.
Yeah, for sure. I always try to equate it to the people are all there and they're all of the same ilk and they're all there for the same reason. And it's this big, like you said, like a collective thing.
Yeah, but it's an emotional one too with music because, and I'm very pure about that. It's all about feeling. People go and you hear music, you hear songs. The songs make you feel things. That's muse, bringing alive the muse. But then you feel them collectively, and then that collective sense of feeling lets us know in this palpable way that we are not alone. Mm-hmm. And that is incredible. And so I'm about cultivating that sense of joy. That's why I love it. That's why I love it more than ever, because I didn't understand that before,
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like as much as it sucked being locked down and not being away from everybody, when we all got together again, it was that much better.
Yeah, exactly. Well put.
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about the pandemic anymore because that's way behind us, hopefully. But you guys got this tour with Yellowcard in Arizona, the Summer Gods Tour. July 7th here at Pine Knob, and that starts up relatively soon, correct?
Yeah, starts June 7th, and I promised new music, and I don't have the lyrics done. I got to finish them.
You did promise new music, so
oh yeah,
like a song or two on tour, or an album, or what?
It's supposed to be an album, but it's going to be a song or two. Yeah.
Are you old school like myself in the fact that you like to hear a whole record, or is just bits and pieces fine with you?
I do, but I'll take what I can get, and so what I can give here is going to be a song. That's what I've got.
Okay, and the fans are going to hold you to that.
Oh yeah, I'll be strung up by my toes that don't have new music available for sure.
Now I saw on I think Instagram or the internet or whatever it was the other day. You guys did you guys just go do like a special like acoustic thing at a club or something?
No, I just went. I did like this DJ set. Colin, my keyboard player, and I we went to LA and we played this thing called Emo Night, and that thing is off the chain. It's just packed. The club is packed. It's the best vibe. I'm not like a club guy. It's the best vibe at a club I have experienced that I can remember. Like nobody was clout chasing. Nobody was putting on airs. They were just singing their hearts out to all of their all their emo jams. And so I show up, and you know, I wouldn't put us as an emo band. You know, we're not. That's not what I put us. So I covered Paramore. I did The Only Exception. I covered Haley's song, and they all sang along to that, you know, and so I was like, okay, fine. So I did Jumper, you know, and they just all sang along to that, and then we got up and we DJ'd some songs, and it was really just a way of letting everybody know we were playing the Greek Theater in LA, and the whole thing went viral. It was fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Last time I was in Los Angeles, well, I shouldn't say last time, but one time I was in Los Angeles in 2004, and Tommy Lee was DJing at the Whiskey A Go Go,
Uh-huh.
and they were getting ready to announce their tour or something like that. I think that's the last time I ever saw like a real like celebrity DJ, I should say, like in a club. That doesn't really happen here in Detroit too much.
Me and Tommy Lee just endlessly interconnected, just constantly. Can't escape them. We can't escape each other.
6 degrees of you and Tommy Lee.
Yeah, but we're playing Pine Knob. It's a great place to play. I want to play right in the heart of Detroit, but I guess in the summer people want to be outside, and that's like a good outdoor venue for us. But I like to get inside Detroit. I think Detroit's an amazing place, and I just feel it like its ascendancy. I feel it really coming back.
I mean, you know, obviously you guys play cities all over the country, but Detroit has such a vast music history. Does any of it like really resonate with you?
Oh, for sure, for sure. We're actually doing a collab with Shinola. So we're going to be down. I really like those guys. I love it that they're doing American made products. They're making them in Detroit. They're making watches, and we're doing a collab watch with them. So we're gonna go down. They also make a turntable. They do so much cool stuff. And then Jack White's studio is down there as well. So there's so much stuff of like people who are for real. They're serious about what they're doing. And the craftsmen who make it are second to none in Detroit. So I feel that energy, and I like being around it, and I like the edge of it. I like that. I like the people of Detroit are like they don't put on airs. They mean it. They mean what they're doing. And I should tell you about this thing with Shinola, because it's funny. I've been doing radio interviews all morning. I've been doing it for 3 hours straight. This is my last one, and I haven't talked about this one single time. So this is my first one on doing this. We did this limited edition. I think we've only done maybe 25 of these watches that have the Third Eye Blind Falling Man on the watch, and it is the proceeds of this are going to go towards our kelp initiative. So it's a 40 millimeter Shinola field watch. It's super cool. It's American made. And I was really happy to do it with these guys. So it's going to be this limited, almost a piece unique, but it's going to be 25 of them. So we're going to definitely go over to Shinola, and hopefully we'll do something where we can, we're going to sign the papers for each of the watches. So I'll let you know, but we're going to be down there at those offices.
Yeah, that's super.
Yeah.
Really cool. I normally have my Shinola on, but I got my Bulova on today. But I bought one for myself for my 20th anniversary here at the station. And I'm with you, man. Those watches are so cool, and they make them right there. And then, like you said, Jack White's place is right next door, Third Man Records. So cool.
Yeah.
In the downtown area.
Yeah. So I will for sure make it down there. Yeah.
And you just mentioned turntables. That Shinola turntable is a little bit pricey for me. I think it was like $2,500 the last time I looked. But you guys have some records coming out, right?
Yeah. We have a gold plate. I mean, talk about pricey. This Shinola. Not here I am. I'm supposed to be selling my tour, and I'm selling Shinola products. That turntable though is a lifetime piece. That's forever. It's not going anywhere ever. Um, um, it's a gold-plated record, man. It's a 45 that it's not something that goes on the wall. You can't play those. These you can actually play, and I guess they have the technology. The inside's copper, but you can drop a needle on this and play it, which is weird. So if you get on your you get on your G6, and you get on your diamond record player in your Versace, and then you just drop this on your actual gold record and drink some Cristal.
How
if
much?
That's what you're into.
Yeah. How much does this record weigh?
I don't know. We did an unboxing for it. Like I said, I'm really not a salesman. Since I'm supposed to be talking about our Pine Knob show. We did this unboxing, and I dropped part of it on the floor. So Brad helped me out. My drummer helped me out while I was doing it. Then he dropped it on the floor. The whole thing was a disaster, but we kept it because we kind of only do things once. So I don't know how much it weighs. It weighs more than your average bear.
Yeah.
And but it is actually real. And there's also one, I think they're making 5 of them that are solid gold that you could melt down if times get tough or if you needed a filling.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I got a huge record collection, but that Shinola one you're talking about, it's like driven by like a belt and stuff. If I remember correctly, it's about this big. It's kind of big for a record player.
Yeah, but it's beefy. You can use it as a weapon too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, July 7th at Pine Knob. Hey, a couple of quick things here for you to wrap this up. I want to know how much did your life change in the 90s?
So I had 6 roommates. We have 1 bathroom. I was sleeping on packing foam. And I had been working on getting one band together that would fall apart, and then I would write more songs, and then I would get some musicians together, and then that would fall apart. And that went on and on. And all the belief that my parents had in me after graduating college had faded away, and they were just concerned. They thought it was just kind of a disappointment. So dealing with that kind of pressure, and kept honing my craft as a producer. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any connections in LA or anything like that. And I recorded some songs, and then I met some people who became that first. They weren't the first, but they were the iteration that made the first record. I'd already done some stuff on the demo. Then we did some more stuff. Some people heard it, and then that moment, after all those years of work, everything began to just take on this speed in that moment, from being shopped for demos to going around to record companies where you have to basically lap dance all these record company executives, which I found just intolerable. But I was doing it to get a record deal because you had to at that time. Now you don't. It's all democratized. And it went from there to there to there to I'm playing stadiums with U2. And now I'm playing stadiums with the Rolling Stones, and I'm on tour, and I'm on tour, and I'm on tour, and I'm gone 1 lap around the world and another lap around the world. And in 2 years, I had been back home cumulatively for 5 weeks. And at the end of it, now I'm living in LA with and I'm finished my last show after 2 years from this point of sleeping on the floor to this point of driving home from the tour, from where I played the Santa Barbara County Bowl. I'm driving up Highway 1. It's the morning after, and tears streamed down my face because I realized where I'd gone to, like this delineation of points. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that sounds like that would be a what I would do. Probably, I'd imagine. I was just thinking though, but your life just had to change just so fast. Last thing here for you, being from San Francisco, did the Thrash? I think the Thrash capital of the world, some would say, did that ever play any effect on any of your music or no? Or do you know any of those guys?
No, I was never really interested in thrash. It didn't appeal to me. The only thing I liked about it was just like I like to just actually go into the pit and get thrown around, but the music didn't move me. No.
Did you ever bump in or cross paths with any of the Metallica guys or Slayer or anything like that?
Oh yeah, no. I see Metallica, and before I had a record deal, I was at a party with Kirk, and I just said, "What are you up to?" And he was talking about getting I don't know, something about a tube screamer and having rehearsal, and I was like, "Oh my God, these guys are like." They're the biggest band in the world, the Black Album, and they have the same issues with rehearsal that I do. Nothing. I was like, nothing ever changes. It's so weird. I thought things changed. They don't actually really change. The band members get in fights and everything else like that. And then, 2 years later, I'm hanging out at Lars' house. Yeah. So.
Yeah. He's got checking out his paintings, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, he had some nice Basquiat's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched that documentary "Murder in the Front Row," which is all about the thrash scene. So kind of interesting.
But it's all a ride, and we're on the ride, and so you're in a rehearsal space, and or you're sitting on your bed trying to write songs, or you're in an arena and everything else, but you're still left with yourself and like. Are you being musical? Are you making an effort? Are you being authentic? All those things remain the same. And if they don't remain the same, that's when you're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, Stephan, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us. July 7th at Pine Knob Third Eye Blind coming to town. Their Summer Gods tour with Yellowcard in Arizona, and we'll definitely be looking for that Shinola piece.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you down there.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks so much for having me.